What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. Have you gotten your copy of the Art of Leadership Success Strategies for the 21st Century Leader yet? If you haven't, then you certainly want to go and get your copy. You don't want to start 2023 without having this book as a part of your to read list. We certainly want you to be able to do that. You can go to our website let's go to our link tree. The website is on the link tree, and that's http colon / link linktr.ee / JNF Enterprises. You can order the book right there. You can get your signed autographed copy of the book. You certainly want to have this in preparation for 2023. But this week, y'all know it's Monday. The Impact Builder is here. Last week we talked about having your personal fulfillment strategy. Well, this week we're going to talk about, as you saw at the beginning, building a successful value business strategy. A successful value business strategy. And what do I mean by that? We're creating value this year. 2023 is about create value. Create value and unblocked limitations. And the way that we do that is by going through these things in your business. By doing these things that we're going to be talking about this week, that I want to take you through, to want to assist you in being able to build that business that you want to be able to build. And the first part, to day one, we're going to talk about vision. What is your vision for your business in 2023? What does it look like? We're going to talk about your vision this week. We're going to talk about your purpose. We're going to talk about your brand. We're going to talk about how do you maintain your business once you started. For those that have been in business for several years, how do you maintain it? Because it's not just about opening the doors, you all. It's about keeping those doors open. That was one of the things that I found when I started my business. I found that there was plenty of information about how to start a business. You can find tons and tons of books on how to start a business, and people out here telling you how to start a business. But what I wasn't finding was those foundational pieces, those foundational strategies, in order to be able to keep the doors open. How do you keep the doors open? So that's what we're going to concentrate on this week. We're going to concentrate on this week, taking that vision that you have. And it's going to start with the foundation of the vision that you have, because you got to see it. You've got to see it before before it becomes reality. And I was listening to I believe it was my mentor, Dr. Will, and he was talking about Walt Disney, and he was telling the story of Walt Disney. And I think he was saying that I guess when the Disneyland opened, I think that's the one, that original one, Disneyland. I get them confused, Disneyland, Disney World, but the one in Florida, I think that was the first one that opened. But they were saying, I think to his wife, I think it was his wife. They were saying something to his wife where he had passed away before it opened. And she was like, oh, they were like to her, we wish he would have been here to see it. And I believe Dr. Will said, she said something like, he already saw it. He already saw it. He saw it before it became a reality. And that's my mantra for my business, is bringing visions to reality. And before you can bring a vision to reality, you've got to see it. You've got to have the vision. You've got to see the vision. And we're going to talk about seeing it, writing it, working it, maintaining it, and then growing it and protecting it. Those are the things that we're going to talk about this week. And I want you to focus in today, Monday. I want you to ask yourself, because we're only in the second Monday of 2023. What does your business look like in 2023? By the end of 2023, what do you want your business? Where do you want your business to be? No matter what level you're on right now, where do you want your business to be at the end of this year? And you've got to focus on that. You've got to see that. And the way that we do that, I want you to look at it from a couple of different perspectives. And I broke it down into 4 quarters. Your year is 4 quarters. It's the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And think of it as a track. And I believe I've said this before. You think of it as a track. This is the first quarter. That's that first curve. That's the first curve of the track. That's the first 100 meters. The track is 400 meters around. The first 100 meters is the curve. The second 100 meters is the straightaway. The third 100 meters is the curve, and then the fourth is the straightaway. Bring it home. That's the 400 meters of a track. And think of your business. Think of 2023 as that track. Where do you want to be? What's the vision for your business this first quarter? And the first quarter, what you want to do is you want to take a look at the outlook and the foundation of your business. What does that look like in 2023? Take a look at your business and the foundation of it. Do you have your business on a firm foundation? Do you have the systems in place that you need? Do you have the processes in place? Do you have all of those things in place that will allow you to be able to grow the vision that you have into what you want it to be in 2023? So it starts there. You've got to have that vision, that foundational piece is what you're going to look at. So from a vision perspective, what does that outlook, that foundational piece look like? From a vision perspective, what does your business look like in positioning? Where do you want to be positioned in your industry in the second quarter? By the second quarter, you want to know, okay, I'm getting to where it is that I want to be, but I want to make sure that I'm in the proper position. If I want to if I'm on track to hit the numbers that I'm hitting, cool. If I'm not on track to hit the numbers that I'm hitting, why not? Asking myself the question, why not? What are those things that are happening or not happening in order for me to be able to hit the marks that I want to hit at each of these quarters? Do I want my business to be from a customer service standpoint? Where do I want it to be? Do I need to better my customer service? Are we doing what it is that we need to do from a internal perspective? What am I doing from a legal perspective? Do I have all of the legal documents that I need in order to be able to be successful? Do I have all of the financial documents? What meetings do I need to have? Any filings that I need to have? Do I need to have meetings with certain people? Who's on my wish list, or who is it that I need to be, if I'm collaborating or partnering with someone, who are the people that I want to have on that list to meet in the first quarter, or second quarter, or third quarter, or fourth quarter? Am I doing those things? You want to certainly make sure that that's in place. So that's the first quarter and the second quarter. The outlook and the foundation for the first quarter. The second quarter is about your positioning. Where are you positioning yourself in your industry, in your exposure, in your networking? How are you positioning yourself? How are you positioning yourself to people, to other businesses, to other organizations? It's all about positioning. And then from a vision perspective, you got to think of the vision. We're going to talk about these each and every day, about each of these. And then the third quarter is that push that you need to have. Okay, I see the foundation that I've gained. I see the position that I'm myself into. You're at the halfway point. That's going to put you for some more vision perspective to where do I want to be at the halfway point. And what do I need to push? Where do I need to push? Like I said, it's all about understanding your financial position, your legal position, your customer service position, your networking position. All of those things about your business, the vision for it, and then the fourth piece, that push. After the push, you're gonna finish strong. You've got to finish strong. How do you finish strong in 2023? Taking a look at what you've done for those first 3 quarters and saying, you know what, I've got to complete this. I've got to complete this. We didn't get this done. Because there are going to be things that you have on your list of things that you want to do this year, or your assignments, but you might not have been able to get to them for whatever reason, whatever circumstance that you might not have been able to get to them. But you're able to see in that fourth quarter, this is where I need to be. This is what I need to go to. These are the priority things that I need to get done before we end 2023. So that's how you want to structure and look at your business for 2023 from a vision perspective. We're going to talk about it from a purpose perspective, and we're going to talk about the other ones as well the rest of this week too. But I want today you to focus on the vision. What does your business look like in 2023? By December, where is it that you see your business being from a financial perspective, from like I said, from a financial perspective, from a legal perspective, a customer service perspective, from a legal standpoint, legal perspective? What does that look like for you? I want you to break it down, and then having those assignments that we talked about, those 10 major assignments that you want to accomplish. You did it on the personal side. Now you want to do it on the professional business side. And this can be from the president, CEO of the company, all the way down to your line level. They should participate in this as well too, because we want them to have a vision for themselves. I had one of my business associates. He said in training his employees, he said if his employees stayed with him or were with him over a certain number of years, he felt like he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, because he wanted them to advance to the point where they moved on beyond working for him. So do you have that same perspective where you want your those that are working for you to move beyond you and say, hey, we've given you tools, we've given you all of the necessary skill sets to be able to move and advance. If not with your company, then with another company where they can make them better, where they can be better. And we see that if you've seen other entrepreneurs, they've done that. I've seen a number of entrepreneurs that do that, where it's not about keeping. You don't want to stranglehold people from achieving their professional career goals. You want them to be able to move on. That's what we all should be aiming to do. And if you have a business and an organization that is structured in such a way, that should be a part of your vision for your company. That should be part of your vision for your employees, for those that work with you. And that should be how you think about the business associates that you have. That should what you think about the partnerships that you have. What's the vision for your partnerships that you have? What's the vision that you have for your collaborations that you have? All of those things you want to think about, but it starts with the vision and being able to see it. So that's what we're doing this week. We're looking at building a value. We're looking at building a successful value business strategy. That's what we're talking about this week. Today we talked about the vision. What's your vision for you, your business, and your brand? Think about it. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. What does that look like in 2023 for you? And we're going to go through this all week. We're going to have different aspects that we look at, because we want to look at, I call it your part 2 is your fear, which is the fear factor. That's what we just talked about today, the fear factor mindset for every assignment that you have. And fear, it's not the normal acronym that you hear people say, false evidence appearing real. That's not what I deal with. Fear is facing every assignment relentlessly. That's what we do. That's what we do in my business. That's what I want you to do in your business. Hopefully will be the vision for your business. Face every assignment relentlessly. Part 2 is going to be the putt game, and we'll talk about that. Prepare, which is prepare, understand your timing and talent. That's what the puck game is. That's your industry outlook, your budget forecasting, your partnership building, and then the future, your legacy building. And then part 4 are those assignments that I talked about, those 10 assignments. And then part 5 is your game plan. How will you achieve your assignments? You got to have a plan of action, and then you got to have implementation. We're talking about all of this from a vision perspective today. We're going to talk about the purpose perspective in all of these areas tomorrow. So I want you to be, by the end of this week, it's my goal, my mission is to give you those tools to be able to go into 2022 prepared and know where it is that you're going, and have a black print for how you're going to get there. And then once you have the plan, once you see it and you've written it, then it's time to work it. You got to implement it. You got to put it into practice. You got to put it into play. And that's every single day. Moving your business, moving your brand towards what you want it to look like by the end of 2023. It's your boy, Dr. LEROY MCKENZIE Jr., the Impact Builder. We're on a mission 2023. As it is always, my mission is to make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. This is the beginning of the year, so this is how we take those steps to be better by the end of 2023. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have an outstanding day, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.